Welcome to a new daily top AskReddit video. Today's topic.
Redditors. Have you ever gotten an ick from a potential partner or love interest that instantly killed your attraction to them? If so, what happened? First date. I was filling gas and she started going through my phone. I saw her go through it and continued to fill gas as she read my text messages. I'm a fairly open person with little to hide, but I do value trust and honesty. Soon as the pump clicked, she put it back in a hurry. I skipped the dinner plans and dropped her home. If I can't even trust you with my phone, I can't trust you with my future. Edit. What happened next? I didn't address it immediately. She didn't know I was driving towards her house until we got super close, at which point we had maybe 2 minutes left together. In a calm and "I'm disappointed in you" tone, I told her I caught her in the act, and this blatant breach of privacy was a deal breaker for me. She's too old to be acting like an insecure teenager. She was 26, and that she should address this behavior before pursuing serious relationships. She knew she was in the wrong. She stayed quiet till we got back and left the car without a word. Still no apology though. Edit 2. I do have a phone password, but my car is a trusted Bluetooth spot, so it stays unlocked when connected to car for music. What kind of psycho does that on a first date? I don't steal phones to check at all, but like, right away. And what TF could she be checking on a first date anyway? Ha 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 ha. I would have checked my Venmo afterward. It's crazy to me that not requiring a password is the default for Venmo. Making spills, messes and leaving it for long periods of time without cleaning it up. Like months. My sister's husband will leave dog pee on the floor for days or just pour bleach on it and then wonder why he starts coughing when he literally just made mustard gas. Has anyone told him not to mix ammonia and bleach? Why does he keep doing it? Let alone leaving it for days. That's horrific. She was best friends with another girl who she constantly spoke shit about when said friend wasn't around. Ooh, I had an ex who did that. She got super mad at her best friend for wanting to go out for sushi a week before her birthday. When she wanted sushi, it was totally on purpose just to steal her idea of getting sushi. Because you obviously couldn't go out and get sushi 2 weekends in a row. A couple weeks later they were best friends again. Couple weeks after that I got ghosted and realized I was better off. Funk house. Stepped into a smell that I can't describe it. George Clinton would complain about it. Then, as I was sitting on the couch, noticed gnats everywhere. Looked over at a window and there were thousands living and dead in the sill. Tried to throw away a soda bottle. Hundreds more swarmed up from the pile of dirty dishes in the sink. That was enough for me. I've always been a bit messy. Like, I'll leave clothes on the floor or a chair when I'm too lazy. But when it gets to the point of food, drink sitting around, filth building to the point of bugs showing up, I'm just amazed people can live comfortably like that. Anything that spoils or rots should be cleaned up in a decent time frame. Edit. As people have pointed out, I incorrectly labeled that type of living as comfortable, when it's oftentimes caused by stuff like trauma, mental illness. This possibility totally slipped my mind and I didn't consider it. But it makes sense because I know these mental hurdles are often harder to get over than most think. Appreciate the replies. Much love to those struggling with anything that causes these issues. Most of the time the people like that are severely depressed or on drugs. Both of which make a person not really give a fuck about their house. I don't know though, because I've been both at different points in my life, but I never allowed my living space to get dirty, so maybe it just comes down to the individual. Every dirty house I've walked into was either a trap house or owned by a guy that actively wants to kill himself. Dated a guy who seemed chill but kept talking about social media and how people, exes, were scheming against him. I believed him at first until it got to a point where he thought things like a photo someone put up was an indicator that they were getting him back, when these people were literally just doing normal things and posting normal stuff. I think he was schizophrenic, but it was really unsettling. Months later he rang me out of the blue to ask me about a link between his ex, myself and a friend. The link was butterflies, and because of this link he thought we were conspiring against him. It's funny because I took a psych evaluation recently and there were all these questions like, I believe people are conspiring against me. True, false, and now I get what those were about. People are trying to control my thoughts. Have you seen marketing these days? They started calling themselves poor before humble bragging about making $200,000 a year and owning 2 houses that their parents bought for them. Maybe they meant poor in character. I'd imagine the dinner on the first date would be quite nice, all thanks to daddy's credit card winking face. I went on a date with a seemingly nice guy in my early 20s. It went well. So after dinner, we cuddled in the back seat of his car in a quiet country area listening to music. He gently played with my hand and fingers and gave me a little massage. So relaxing. When he got to my wrist he looked at it, flipped it around a few times, and says in a lustful voice, "It would be so easy for me to break this little thing right now." Edit. I said this in response to someone below. For you guys asking about what happened after. It was maybe 2007. I don't remember in detail what happened next. I kind of just played it off like, teehee you're so strong, until he took me home. Kind of tried to de-escalate, so didn't acknowledge that statement too much. Just kept the conversation moving to something else and was careful to not embarrass or upset him. I didn't keep seeing him. I was busy for the next dates he asked me on. And then acted as boring as possible until he lost interest in me eventually. We went to college together and were in ROTC together, so avoiding was kinda hard. He started a relationship with someone else pretty quickly after that. Guy. But what do? What do I say to her? Friend. Play with her hands, give her a massage. Tell her you love how delicate she is. Guy on the day. Okay. Play with her hands. Check. Give a massage. Check. Tell her how delicate she is. Okay. You know it would be so easy to break your wrist right now. Quote. Fuck. Bro failed his charisma check. Holy shit 0 to 100. From R. Never broke a bone to band. It's a genuine fear of mine how much stronger some guys are than me. I think I'd have panic cried.